My name is David Lee, and this is my club, Toshido MMA. I started this gym in 1998 with a dream to produce world-class fighters. Team Toshido has since won numerous national titles and a world title, and now has fighters competing at the highest level. Fight Camp takes viewers inside the world of the fastest growing combat sport on the planet, mixed martial arts. Fight Camp showcases the warriors who train at Toshido MMA and their struggles to fulfill their dreams as professional fighters. We give you an exclusive, in-depth look at the emotional stories behind the fighters and the reasons why they do what they do. Follow me as I get my team physically and mentally prepared for the brutal realities of professional MMA competition. Come join Fight Camp on a never-before-seen journey into the dramatic victories and defeats of these modern-day gladiators. We are going to grab a coffee. I always like to have a coffee before I go into the gym. I'm addicted. That's really the main reason, but it just gets me going in the afternoon and gets me up for the work that's got to be done tonight. I'm good, thanks. How are you? I'll get a large coffee with 1.5 cream and half a sugar, please. Hi there. Mike right now is right on the doorstep, kicking at the door. I've been in talks with the UFC for close to a year now about Mike. They know of him. They've been following his career. The biggest problem that we're having right now with Mike is because he's right at that level, it's really hard to keep him busy. It's very hard to find him fights. There's not a lot of fighters at 145 to begin with in Canada. And a lot of the 145ers that are in Canada are avoiding Mike because of the fact that he's very, very good and very tough.
Mike Adams is almost, at that level, the highest level, almost at the UFC level. It's hard for someone like that. He just had a baby. He has a family to look after. He has a club in Penticton. You got to put food on the table, roof over, your family's head, and you got to do what you got to do. But at the same time, Mike still trains, with intensity. Mike trains that. Mike's still training hard.
He makes me laugh because he's one of those guys who always says, "Oh yeah, we'll go light." And if Mike Adams tells you he's going light with you, he's just setting you up because that doesn't exist in his vocabulary. If you're training with him, he's training his butt off.
The toughest part about training with Mike is definitely just because he's such a grinder, and he'll just push you, and you think you come in, maybe you want a day just a light training, but that doesn't happen with Mike Adams.
He's always there to support us. One of the most technical guys, if not the most technical guy on our team right now. And he's a beast, for his size, how much muscle is packed onto his frame. He's just an absolute decimator.
That's the thing about Mike is he has one speed, and you either embrace that speed or you get out of the way. I mean, we've had three or four fight cards come and go where they were trying to find opponents for Mike, and they never could. People kept dropping out. People would say they'd fight, and then they would get cold feet. Getting last-minute replacements or last-minute cancellations of fights is an unfortunate part of the sport. Even when I was competing, I had so many fights fall through. And, there's nobody on my team that hasn't had fights fall through.
We're looking at getting the right opponents to build up our career. And, we have certain fighters that we'd like to fight to get to that next level. And sometimes, our club Toshido has a pretty good name in the MMA community. So sometimes, guys are looking for easier fights. And when they find out they have to fight a Toshido guy, they look for other fighters. So that's happened sometimes. I'm looking at trying to fight in about next month and a half to 2 months is what I'm looking for. Whether or not I can get the opponent that I'm looking for, it's gonna play a factor. I always was interested in martial arts. I trained traditional martial arts from the time I was 13 years old, and then as the UFC and MMA got more popular, I jumped on the bandwagon. It was the martial arts revolution, so I wanted to be part of it. time management's the first thing I had to learn, right? So now that I got all these other responsibilities, you know, with my daughter being around, you know, I've definitely had to kind of manage my time throughout the day, make sure I, you know, put time aside for family, still get my training in, and also, you know, still be able to work to make money.
You know, Mike is definitely, you know, he's missed some time because of being a new parent, because that's very challenging. But as far as his drive to get to that top level, it's still there more than ever. As their trainer, I try to make training worse than anything they'll ever come across in competition. And if you can do that, that means that when they're fighting, they have complete confidence in themselves to be able to perform under pressure. For the guys that have put in their dues and have fought to represent themselves and represent our team, there's a lot of pride there. And so, you know, to really become a part of that, you have to do the same work. You know, a lot of guys think that they're just going to show up, you know, come to a couple of jiu-jitsu classes and just jump right in there and be part of our team, but that's not how it works. You have to put in the work, you have to help the fighters get ready, and then those same fighters will help you get ready. And until that happens, really, you're just another guy who's sort of paying his dues and hanging around the clubs. Hey, Mon, it's David from Toshido.
Hey, Dave, how are you?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Good, good. I'm going to just link Harvey into this conversation.
Cool.
Hi, David. I got Harvey on the line as well.
Right on, Moin. How's it going, Harvey?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. What's going on with Mike Adams here? We've had a hard time getting him an opponent. How are you guys doing with that?
I think that, Dave, the biggest problem is the minute you mention someone, Team Toshido and David Lee, everyone instantly, oh, really? David Lee? You know he's going to come prepared to fight. So the problem we're finding is that it's Americans that are the ones that are more willing to accept fights than it is Canadians. It's almost your fault, Dave, for training your guys too well.
Well, I appreciate that, and I guess that's kind of a double-edged thing. Yeah, I mean, our thing right now, you know, talking to the UFC, what they're saying right now is basically keep him busy, right? And I mean, he's been on their radar for a while now, but that's been our hardest part, is keeping him busy, because it's so hard to find him fights. So.
I think we finally nailed somebody down at 45. We've been looking at a lot of potential opponents. The thing with Mike is he's a tough guy to find a fight for. When they say, oh, Mike Adams, let me check him out. Yeah, we might have somebody. Then they check him out and they're like, oh, no, he's too tough of a guy. So, but I'd love to set up Mike and the winner of Adam and Will.
So would that be a title fight then? What's going on with Mike Adams here?
I think we got a guy out of Brock Larson's camp, that Nathan Shute, I believe, and he's accepted the fight. And we're just working out the details right now, and we should be able to announce that.
That sounds really good, actually. What's his record?
11-5.
11-5. Okay. Yeah, well, you know what? We love fighting Americans anyways. You know, I know that you guys have had problems in the past. We've had a few fight cards come and go, and a lot of Canadians were on board and then kind of bailed at the last minute. So I appreciate you guys going down south and bringing us up some opponents for them.
No, absolutely. I think what we're going to do is if the fight between Adam Lorenz and Will Romero, I think what we'll do is if Mike hasn't already gotten picked up by the UFC by then, we'd love to be able to set that fight up on our next card.
That would be sick. Yeah, no, that's a fight we've wanted for a long time. So
I think the worst part of what we do is we're fans first, so we're always trying to find a legitimate tough matchup for everybody on our card, and majority of them are fights that we want to see. So you know, like I said, but I'd love to set up Mike and the winner of Adam and Will. I think that would be an absolute amazing fight.
So would that be a title fight then?
You know what? Sure, why not? I think you got two top 145ers in Canada that are going to fight. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, if Will gets past Adam And if Mike gets past this Nathan guy, that would that's a kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah, absolutely. Why don't we can set that up, and we can either do that title fight in June or we could do that title fight in August. But yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah, well, I know that my guys would proudly fight for the titles, so we're on the same page with that.
Perfect.
Right on, guys. Well, thank you very much. We really appreciate you guys going above and beyond trying to find him an opponent for this next card.
Well, Dave, unlike other organizations, we actually want our fighters to go to the next level. Hopefully UFC. And
yeah.
We want to bring those tough fights for our fighters and for the fans. You keep them coming, and we'll keep them fighting. I found in this sport, if you don't ask, you don't always get it, right? And so, I've always just asked what I wanted, and I've always been surprised at how many times it works.
Every once in a while from training, you're putting so much stress on your body, between twisting, the torquing, and just the repetitive motions. You start knotting up every once in a while. You can just feel it. You wake up in the morning and everything is stiff and you feel knotted. So right now we're on our way to, it's actually an office where I go to see my chiropractor. He's not in today, but I'm going in for a massage. Just going in to get a little bit of body work maintenance done, try to break up some of the knots I got in my upper back right now. It always feels good after you get the body loosened up. I had some tightness in my upper back, my traps, and every once in a while when I get really tight, it almost feels like the muscles are pinching on a nerve. We're gonna go see my naturopathic doctor, Dr. Brett Phillips. I've been working with him for about, I think, 4 to 6 months now. I go in, I see him regularly for like a vitamin IV drip. He's done some prolotherapy on my neck. And just kind of revamp my diet to make the body run at an efficient system, I guess we can say. The lethal injection.
My name is Dr. Brett Phillips. I work here at Okanagan Naturopathic Healthcare. I'm a naturopathic physician. What Mike's getting right now is what we call a vitamin nutrient infusion. So it's a high concentration of different kinds of vitamins and nutrients like vitamin C, calcium, magnesium, vitamin B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, B6, B12. Also with this drip that makes it unique for Mike right now is we put in specific homeopathic remedies to tailor it to do different things. So again, performance rise in the ring, the idea is that we saturate his levels full of specific vitamins. And as you notice, I mentioned a lot of B vitamins there. The B vitamins are the #1 vitamin in a lot of the biochemical processes which make what's called ATP energy. And when Mike's in there fighting, often when you're a fighter, fatiguing out is one of the biggest issues in winning a fight. So keeping his levels really high and his ability to deal with lactic acid and uric acid and these toxins that build up in the body will give him, kind of better cutting edge performance.
Always feels good, you're getting an abundance of vitamins that your body can utilize right away as opposed to being broken down throughout the digestive system. So yeah, anytime I leave the good doctor's house, I always feel good. So we're rolling up to my favorite fitness store. It's where I buy a lot of my equipment to work out on my own. They always got a good supply of good stuff, and if they don't have it in stock, they can usually get it for me. So we'll see if they got my trap bar in here today. Yeah, like especially me being shorter, I don't want to have like a really wide grip. I'm looking for something that's going to be a little bit closer towards my thighs. We're gonna head to a little, I guess you could say it's a cafe. They serve lots of good, healthy, whole foods. So I'm gonna meet my wife and my baby girl down there, have a little bite to eat, and get ready to get charged up and get set for training here in a couple hours. Was she in here?
It's exciting for sure. It's a different schedule, different hours. You have to understand, I think, what they're going through, the sport, the good, the bad, the ugly. The hours, like I said, are hard. But it's no different than being married to a lawyer or a doctor. It's just what he does. I'm there to support him 150%. I help him as far as cooking and, taking care of his other needs so he can focus on his fight camp, understanding his schedule and his hours, and just being there for him. Then he loves to fight and he loves to train.
Hurry up, Russell.
Hey, can you hold this here? And then I'm gonna come around it. This way? Yeah, that's good. Oh yeah, I got it all figured out. I know what I'm doing. I'm experienced.
He's so dominant when he gets on top of you. He's so compact.
Way over to the stop.
So if you win this fight, then your next fight will be for their title.
Sweet.
It'll be you versus the winner of Will Romero and Lorenz. That title is a lot of leverage.
Yeah, no, for sure. Be nice to have anyway.
All right, so who do we got here today? Can I get everybody against the wall and then I can pair you guys up? Let's go. Well, we'll go Mike Hill and Clay. Toss-off's not here. Tim and Nate, Russell and Mike. All right, guys, everybody grab their partner. Let's find some real estate and get started. All right, round one. Blue corner, you ready? Red corner, you ready? Fight! Good. Bring it down a little bit, guys. Bring it down just a little bit. No knockouts today.
You know, you get used to battling, and sometimes it starts light and it elevates from there. So, you know, right off the bat, you're amped up to go, and sometimes you throw techniques and you throw them 100%. So, yeah, we just got to remember not to hurt each other because we got a long camp ahead of us still.
Let's set those kicks up behind punches, guys. There we go. Good. Drive, drive, drive.
For me, what I look for, I look for trying to make him improve as much as he can, and then I know if I do that, I'll get the best workout I can, and hopefully he'll get a pretty good workout too.
Good reversal, Mike. Way to control that ring. Good, nice pass, drive through, good pass.
As you can see from the sparring, I mean, he's so dominant when he gets on top of you. He's so compact. It's really hard to get him off you. So I try to just work my game the best I can because I know I'm going to get put on my back. I just try to get him off me as much as I can, and if I can, I just try to keep it standing up because I know that's usually where I have the best success against him.
Good, good. Stay on it, stay on it.
We kind of get used to each other's style, so once you get used to each other, you can kind of, you know what to expect from each other. So, but the battles are always good with Russ. He's got lots of speed, so it works out well.
Round two, fight. Let's see combinations, guys. Don't just pick each other with one shot. There we go. Stay on it, stay on it. Nice, now drive, drive, drive. As soon as you get control of that leg. Nice. Good recovery, Russ.
Mondays are always tough after the weekend, get some time off. But you know, you start to feel back to normal after about the second round.
Try to sit out from there if you can. Nice. Good, keep that chin up. Good. Up the middle. Time. Seconds out. Round three. Blue corner, you ready? Red corner, you ready? Fight. Last round. I want to see some combinations, guys.
What Russ brings to the table is he's young, he's got wicked cardio, he's got a speed advantage over me, so I definitely have to, work around his strengths. He really uses his hands well, keeps his range from me. He's got a little bit of a reach advantage over me, so he definitely, when I come at him, he tries to keep that punching range and move lots, so I have to battle against that.
When I can sense Mike getting for top position there, I'm working my ass off to just keep him as far away from my body as I can. As soon as he gets that, especially that double underhook position, there's not much I can do being taller and not as strong. If he gets wrapped up on me, I'm pretty much getting put on my back.
Time, back to your feet. Nice. Drive, drive, drive. Look for that lateral throw. Whoop. Good, nice escape. There you go. There we go. Look to posture, look to posture. Nice pass. Beautiful pass. Time.
The training session just now is tough. I mean, with Mike, the way he pushes himself and the way he pushes others, it's just, you can see he's getting conditioned, more and more every day.
One of my goals that I've always had was to win some sort of Canadian title. Aggression seems to be one of the premier promotions in Canada now, so they're putting together a lot of good fights, so I'm excited to fight for the title. I got word that I'm fighting an American named Nathan Shutt. I don't know a whole lot about him. He's 11-5. My camp isn't going to change, my strategy's not going to change. I'm just going to work hard every day, and when the day comes to go in there and battle, I'm going to do my thing.